Welcome to the Wildcat Recap. I'm your host, Sean Anderson for Ponca City Public Schools, and this is where we sit down with Superintendent Shelley Arrett and we talk about items that are of importance to Ponca City Public Schools in this district, and there are so many things to talk about. It feels like summer just started, but we want to talk about enrollment. Shelley, enrollment already, but it is important because parents of returning students can start enrolling July 1st, which will be here before we know it.
That is right. Online registration begins July 1 for all returning students. And all of our Ponca City parents who have returning students may do this totally online. So they can go through the Power School Parent Portal, which is located at www.pcps.us, and our returning parents know about the Power School Parent Portal because they can check grades and that kind of thing.
Right.
Access that the normal way. However, if a student needs a document for registration, like maybe a shot record, or for our elementary students, proof of residency, which is required, those can actually be uploaded and emailed to our registration center at registration@pcps.us. So everything can be done online. However, it cannot be done on an iPhone. The registration, it has to be on an iPad or a personal computer, because we have lots of parents that call and say we can't get this to work, and for whatever reason it will not work on an iPhone. If you don't have an iPad or a personal computer, we have computers in this office, which is 613 East Grand, or they can go to in-person registration, which begins July 5th.
All right. Well, there will be an additional form that many families will need to fill out this year. You know, the last couple of years it's been a huge blessing from the USDA when it comes to the lunch program, and well, that's changed. Unfortunately, that's no longer in effect, right?
No more free lunches for the 22-23 school year, and I get it. That's going to be a hardship on our families with inflationary costs. I heard this morning on the radio that families need to plan for about $6,200 a year for inflationary costs.
Right.
So bad timing on this, but we have to follow the USDA federal guidelines, and lunches are not going to be free. And we've talked about this before. That's why we can't do the grab and go.
Right.
That waiver wasn't approved either. So for our summer lunches, it's come in, sit down at West Middle School and at Garfield Elementary.
Yeah, for sure. In-person registration, that's going to start the day after the 4th of July, July 5th, in-person registration. How does this work?
Okay, so we will be open July 5th through July 21st, minus Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday through Thursday on those three weeks. Now, that's not the only time we're going to be open. However, we will have to close for a few days to let our computer software generate to see where we are. So that's really the early registration, and I'm not calling it early registration, but it is our registration. So anything after that is late registration. So all new people to the district, new people to PCPS, or anybody who just wants to come in and register in person with people there available to help, we will be there for those 3 weeks, and then we'll close for a period of time. So, and we're going to offer a couple of different hour schedules. So
Nice.
On Monday and Wednesday, our times are going to be 8 to 4 p.m. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the time will be from 10 to 6. So I know there's working parents
good.
out there that will need to come in on those days. Now, we're talking about this, but we will have a full press release, and we'll blitz this information out over and over.
You'll be hearing a lot about this in the coming weeks. You certainly will. Now, there might be a misunderstanding when students do their course selection for West, for East, for Pohai. You might think, well, okay, you're ready, you're set to go. But that is not registration, and that's something that
That is not registration.
No.
That allows us to plan for staffing and to set up our schedule. Many times people move over the summer, we have new move-ins, so that just helps us with our scheduling. It is not registration. And our secondary students cannot pick up their course schedule until registration has been completed.
Yeah. All right. Now, elementary parents of elementary students in Ponca City Public School District. This is important information. We're talking about registration. Really important that you get that done before July 21st. Why?
Well, we have class size limitations at our sites. So if you want your elementary child to attend their site of residence, I strongly urge you to register before July 21st. We have class size limits, and in kindergarten and first grade, we can only have 20 in a class. And we have about 100 students on overflow from their home site to another site just because people did not register early. And every year we have people wanting us to make changes, and our hands are tied when it comes to class size and balancing classes. That's a requirement by law. And those K and first grade classroom sizes must be at 20. So,
Well, and also proof of residence is required for elementary students. And if you're thinking, well, I want an in-district transfer, unfortunately, the deadline for that was May 1st. And of course, there's a reason for that.
absolutely, we have to be able to plan for staffing. Our elementary principals blitz that information out. We put that information out. And unfortunately, we don't accept after May 1. Now, if you did put in for an in-district transfer and you do not register before July 21st, that in-district will not be considered because we will have our elementary in-district transfer meeting just after that 21st date. So it's real important, elementary parents, get your child registered by July 21st.
Well, one of the fantastic programs that has been created here in Ponca City Public School District, it's called Cat Care. And a lot of parents are interested in it for good reason. Very good, very convenient for a lot of families.
It is convenient.
How do we sign up, and when do we sign up for that?
You can only sign up for Cat Care at the registration center. So July the 5th through the 21st, and then we'll be opening up again after we compile all our data from the regular registration. Can't do that one online, unfortunately.
Well, 7th grade students, if you have a student that'll be a 7th grader, very important information about immunization and the Tdap booster. You have to have proof of the Tdap booster, right?
That is right. Before you can complete registration, or you have a waiver that exempts from vaccination. And to make it convenient for our parents, the K County Health Department is going to be at the registration center on 2 Thursdays. Thursday, July 14th and Thursday, July 21st, and they're going to bring the whole gamut of vaccinations, even the COVID vaccination, just in case anybody is interested. Now, for any student to be able to get a vaccination at the registration center from the K County Health Department nurses, they will have to have a legal guardian present. We are going to be having someone checking the immunization records, so there will be someone there. There will be someone there helping with free and reduced lunch applications. So we'll have all kinds of people there helping out.
Very nice. Well, if you're thinking to yourself that perhaps you'll get a jump and you're ready to go register right now, get enrolled early, you can't do it before July. You can't do it before July 1st. The system just won't work for that way.
We are not set up. So if you try to register before July 1st, you'll have all your information in there, but it will just disappear because it will not be recorded. It will start July 1. So don't try to do it early.
Yeah.
Just save yourself a little bit of time.
That's right. Well, Ponca City Virtual Academy, I tell you what, this program with Ponca City Public Schools is exceptional in every way. And it's still offered for elementary, middle school, and high school students.
That's right.
And I feel like we could fill an entire program talking about Ponca City Virtual Academy. I know we could. What can you tell us about that
That's
process?
another recap. You know, we started PCVA during the pandemic. We actually offered online courses for our secondary students. We started for our elementary K, and we go all the way to 12. And those numbers have reduced drastically.
Sure.
From the beginning of the pandemic, I think our highest number of enrollment was 608. We ended this year with 110. And we know some people are interested in coming back, and they spoke with their PCVA teacher about that, and that we know that some are ready to return to in-person instruction as well. So we'll get some information out on PCVA. We have one elementary teacher, we have one middle school teacher, and we have 1.6. We actually have two teachers at the secondary, but one only works 3 days a week. So 1.6 at the high school, and we'll really have to get a look at our numbers to maintain that many teachers, but our teachers do offer remediation, in-person instruction, and it's required for students to come in and test in person, and that's down at the registration center at 111 West Grand.
Very good. Well, we will be talking much more about Ponca City Virtual Academy and about so many other issues that are important to Ponca City Public Schools and important to you and your family. Thank you for watching. That's going to do it for Wildcat Recap with Superintendent Shelley Arrett. And Shelley, thank you very much.
Thank you. I can't wait for our Wildcats to return. Miss them already.
Thank you for watching. And Wildcats, remember, hold that line.